May 1983. From their base at Severomorsk, the Soviets are launching a massive breakout, aiming to dominate the North Atlantic and disrupt NATO's control over the seas. It is the largest Soviet naval deployment in decades, a show of power that will shift the balance of control over the Atlantic. Their mission is to break through the GIOK gap and establish dominance over NATO's supply routes. But they have one obstacle in their path. The USS Houston has been dispatched to intercept the Soviet fleet. A single hunter, tasked with taking down as many key targets as possible before the Armada reaches open water. The mission is simple, but deadly. Inflict maximum damage and then disappear. Among the fleet are several high-value targets, a Kirov-class battlecruiser, and both a Delta III ballistic submarine and a Yankee-class ballistic submarine. Taking out these assets could cripple the Soviet naval operations, but engaging them will mean facing an overwhelming defense of escorts and aircraft. The Houston must strike with precision, using the element of surprise to its advantage. But once the first torpedo is fired, the Soviet fleet will respond with everything they have. There will be no time for second chances. This is Operation Silent Dagger, a covert strike deep behind enemy lines against one of the most formidable naval forces on the planet. The USS Houston is outnumbered, but not outmatched. The clock is ticking. The Soviet fleet is making their move and every moment counts. Can Houston disrupt their plans and turn the tide? Or will the Armada break through unchallenged? The hunt is on. Hey there and welcome back to Sea Power. Today we are operating as USS Houston, as seen here. This Los Angeles-class submarine is positioned near Severomorsk, right as the Cold War has erupted. This means that we have a lot of Soviet ships suddenly leaving port, and it is up to us to deliver a dagger strike to as many of them as possible. We have a limited amount of ammunition though. We have 16 torpedoes, we have 8 Harpoon anti-ship missiles. That's it. That is what we have to use. Once we're satisfied with our performance, we have to make our escape to this escape zone here. And once there, the mission concludes, no matter how many targets you have taken out. This is a bit more of a shoot 'em up and survive than an actual full-blown scenario where you have a complete objective. There are, however, a few key targets that would be nice to get taken out. There is somewhere in here a Yankee-class submarine, that's a ballistic missile submarine that has to get taken out, it's a severe threat. There's also a Delta III, and one of those guys is a Kirov-class missile cruiser, which of course also has to get taken out. With our limited firepower, as well as potentially overwhelming numbers of Soviet ships and capabilities, especially anti-submarine capabilities, it's not going to be an easy mission. We already have a couple of these guys detected. They're doing 20 knots. Okay, they're very aggressive. Now, with my torpedoes, I have a range that's pretty decent. I have 20 miles. And of course that does drop a little bit if I want to dogleg them. So let's say I launch them that way and then head them south. First, I want to set up a unit circle and make sure that I know exactly how far that 20-mile radius is. You can see we're doing pretty decent. Now these ships are all going to head out to port and then go due west. They want to try and get into the Atlantic. That's not where I want them to go. I'm going to tell Houston to go that way. And let's see if we can get some information from something like the ESM mast. Electronic signals measurements mast. I'm not sure we can detect a whole lot at this range. But let's see. At least we have everybody detected. There's the Kirov. Hello, dude. There's the big guy. Radar's active and everything. We have him on sonar. There's a Sovremeni. 2, 3... Yeah, this is gonna get busy. Alright, retrieve the ESM mast, or retract the ESM mast. Lower the ESM mast, and let's go to below the layer. I want to shift my position a bit further west, and prepare to engage with the torpedoes. The Harpoons, I'm not too eager about, because the Harpoons do give my position away, and if they have helicopters airborne, which they very well might, that's just a straight marker like, hey, I'm right here, and just drop a torpedo on top of me. Please don't, but, well, that's probably what they will try to do. So Houston is going to go back into the depths. We're going to increase speed to a head 2/3. And that should put us into a decent position to start intercepting these guys as they prepare to break out. There is a submarine already breaking out at 20 knots heading 320. And there is another heading 314. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very busy day in the waters around Severomorsk. As we're transiting to our ambush point, we have a couple of identifications. One of those is a Yankee. Hello, dude. Yankees are not terribly dangerous when it comes to their capabilities against submarines, but they do have the MG-44 Corunt, which is a second-generation self-propelled acoustic torpedo. Oh, sorry, it's a submarine simulator. Never mind. So these are going to pretend to be a submarine. I'm not sure if they work yet. I don't think I've used them yet. As for their ballistic missiles, as you can tell by the unit card here, we have the torpedoes, we have the submarine simulator, but what you do see on the submarine and don't see on the unit card are those missile launchers. So the ballistic missiles currently are not modeled. They might very well be feasible, be functional, but at the moment they're not there. Oh, there's another one closer actually. That's about 22 miles out. And all these Krivaks are probably not particularly eager to see me here. There's a Sovrameni. The Kirov has also taken a position, leaving port. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There has to be a 7th. There's a Yankee down there. There's a Victor 1 here. Doing 15 knots. Not sure why they're listing like that. They're changing course to starboard. I wonder if I've already been counter-detected. I hope not. It's a bit of a challenge trying to get into position while staying fairly quiet. Like, I can go ahead standard, but if I overshoot and become detected, this just becomes an almost impossible scenario considering the vast amount of ships that they have there and all their assorted anti-submarine capabilities. Krivaks are dangerous. Sovramenis, quite dangerous indeed. They are to fight alongside with the Urloi. These guys are mostly anti-ship, but can definitely do anti-submarine warfare as well. And they are capable of launching helicopters. Expected time to arrival, 11:14. Oh, they're already changing course. This is not that good. I can try getting ahead of them. If I was that group, leaving port and heading towards the Atlantic at best speed, I would probably do something like that. So, no, not that last line. Come on, erase that. There. We're gonna go here. The problem is that submarine. He's doing 5 knots. I don't like that one bit. I had 1/3. What's your depth? Oh, there's the other sub. Depth 565. Okay. So supposedly we already know what it is. Interesting. Come on, give me the map. Was that a Victor? I thought this was the Victor. This is the Victor. We don't know what that is yet. It's fast, though. Lafayette, Madison, Franklin, Los Angeles, Permit, or 8 other things. These are all... Ah. Okay. So there's another. We did lose the Krivak here. And the Yankee? I'm not sure what the Yankee's doing, but he's kind of loitering. Oh. But wait, there's more. Alright. That's a bit spooky. Now, the camera is spinning, by the way, not the boat itself. Let me just turn that off. There. Okay, it's a sub, we know that much. I can try sending out a torpedo, like due west, and then intercept it towards the south. But the problem is, I'm not really going to be able to touch these guys. And they're doing 26 knots. They're way faster than I am. We're going to have to go deep. We're going to have to go ahead full. I don't like it one bit. Oh, there's the Delta. That's another key target, the Delta 3 SSBN. Please, nobody detect me. That would be really bad. Of course, I'm making a lot of noise, but so are they. Also, they're moving northwest. I'm over here towards the east, which means I'll have to try and launch my torpedoes. And keep in mind that these guys are doing 26 knots. My torps are quick. My torpedoes are doing 50 knots. I wish you could slow them down so you can get more range out of it, but unfortunately that's not what we do. It's not what we can do. Okay, let's drift a bit. I had 1/3. I lost most of them. Go above the layer. I need to figure out where this group is. Hello. Found him. There's the Krivac. I suspect this is another Krivac then. He's very noisy. 42 decibels. There's Kirov. I want to kill off that Kirov. Now, he's being very, very loud at 32 knots. I think we can chance it. Go deep. Go all ahead full. Head towards that Kirov. I need to intercept him. I can go all ahead flank, but I'll make a boatload of noise. No pun intended. Come on. Get in there. Just head due west. Maybe that's slightly better. Now, if you're feeling very optimistic about this scenario, you could launch harpoons early and thereby potentially be able to knock out a couple of ships. However, there's a fairly decent chance that you're going to have some other issues. You're going to have issues because there's a Kirov. And that Kirov is going to go, oh, that's a nice set of harpoons, and immediately neutralize them. Oh crap, there's 2 subs coming directly for me. The good news is they're loud. The bad news is they're coming directly for me. Come on, get above the layer. I can't hear anything. Completely lost the whole group. But they're about to reappear. Gentlemen. Alright. So these guys are on the edge of my weapons range. Right. I want to shoot a torpedo after tracks 21 and 22. Roger that. Just to make sure. Because these guys need to go. There's one. Gotta take a screenshot of that, of course. And there's the other. Okay. They are very noisy. They are very quick. I'm hoping my torpedoes aren't going to get detected. Yet. As for these, they're still doing 26 knots. I have almost no window left to try and intercept them. So what I can try and do is launch one torp. Especially since I have a reload of about 15 minutes. And I think that's the Kirov. But at this range, I very much doubt I'll be able to get him. Okay, go deep. Go back to all ahead full. I hope this doesn't break the lines on those torpedoes. Because I do want to have the wire guidance to be able to guide these things in. Which I've since learned, well, since the last time I was using submarines actively, is just right-click the torpedo. Just tell it where you want it to go. It's that easy. I thought the game did it automatically, but they don't. You're gonna have to tell these torpedoes yourself where you want them to go. So this guy, for example... Well, actually... I think... No, I cannot tell these guys where to go anymore. I guess I lost the wire. So, no further instructions for those torps, unfortunately. Okay, once those subs are dead, I might be able to go all ahead flank briefly, which would give me a top speed of 32 knots, I think. What's the top speed on one of these? 33 knots. All right. That's the delta. It's a lot of missiles on your back there, sir. Come on, kill off the subs. And then we might be able to race after the rest of them. As our torpedoes have entered search mode, we have 2 more submarines. I think this is that Victor, and this might be another Victor. So I can try and take this guy out. It's not a very big target, but hey ho, let's go. As for the last guy, I think he's too far away. If he turns west, like due west or southwest, he'll outrun my torpedo easily. This guy might not. Although my torpedo is trying to catch up to a boat already doing 20 knots. As for the torpedoes there, I'm not sure how well they're doing. Let's slow down and listen in. There you go. We immediately reacquired them. We're still below the layer, so I can definitely hear deep subs. But I cannot detect the surface group. Or at least not as likely. I'm not sure whether multiple hostile contacts has the Russian accent to it. This torpedo is searching at 5 feet, which I don't understand because they're supposed to do 450 feet. This one's also surface snaking. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Unless you're considering these as main anti-surface weapons, but that's supposedly their secondary role. Considering the depth that these things are at, I don't... Ooh, actually, I stand corrected. We might actually get him. We might actually get him. How about that? How good is this Mark 48 really? Oh, Soviet sub right ahead. We're going to hit him in the torpedo room by the looks of it. He's trying to dodge. No joy, sir. No, we're going to hit him right amidships. Hit. The other guy is doing 19 knots at a depth of 480 feet. But is he going to run? Mark 48 searching. Which I imagine also takes a decent amount of fuel. Can I still control this one? No. Come on. Bag me another submarine. I'm not sure if this guy is dead. Especially since I think the submarine bug could still be in this version of the game, which is stable 6.5. Ah, no, we didn't find him. Do we even have any information on the guy? Last detect is fairly old. Oh, actually, it's a Yankee. No, sorry, it's not old. It's immediate. Unfortunately, this torpedo has not yet found the target. But now he's onto something. Now he's onto something. Alright, I'm not going to wait around. I have places to be. We're going to go all ahead flank. Because this fleet is running. And I need to run with them. If I do not, I will lose them. And I cannot launch any further torpedoes at them. We lost that Yankee. But the torpedo hasn't. Hello, dude. God, the Mark 48s are good. And hit. Alright. As for this Mark 48, I suspect it'll be able to catch that Victor. The Victors, I think, are a little faster relative to their boomer friends. This one can do 32 knots, and I don't think that the other ones can do that. The Yankee can do 27, and the Delta can do 24. So they're not as quick. Oh! Company. A UMG T1. Isn't that an air-launched torpedo? Unit reference. Aircraft? I don't know, does that come off of a helicopter? No, they carry the AT-1. Does a Victor carry that weapon? Submarines. It's a Victor 3 attack submarine. It's not one of theirs. A UGMT-1. Oh crap, there's another. Due north. Due north. I won't really be able to hear it, but I'd rather not be able to hear it and run away from it successfully than be able to hear it and have that thing come in very close. You're still traveling. Yeah, you're gonna activate there. Come on, Houston. Get out of here and dodge this. Hold on a minute. Where are you going exactly? The hell? Oh, there's the other UGMT. It's active. Range. About 4 miles away from Houston. Good thing I was already flank speed. There's the Yankee. The Yankee's dead. Good. Okay. But seriously, what drops that? Is that air-launched or something? ASW plane. A P-42? Yes. They dropped the UGM-21. That's an anti-submarine torpedo. Dropped by an aircraft. Okay. That means it's a light torpedo. A lightweight torpedo. Packs less of a punch than Soviet heavy torpedoes, but still extremely dangerous. Now, who carries these things? Because it's not a helicopter. As far as I know. This one's completely off course. This one's... It's active. Heading southeast at this point. That other submarine's still out there. Oh, there's another torp. Great. It is possible for the Soviets to be, well, accidentally hunting their own sub, I guess. Or at least dropping torpedoes so close. Because they don't exactly know where I'm at. Oh, there's another torp. Bloody hell. This one's just traveling. Come around. I do not like where that torpedo is going. It's actually, never mind. It's searching. But in a small circle towards the right. There's another torp. At this point there's 5, 6, if you count this one. 7. Jesus, they really populated the place with the UGMT-1. What if it's a surface ship that carries that? Does the Kirov carry that? Kirov class. I don't think they do. That's their big shipwreck. That's the Silex. Not sure. I'm gonna slow down for a second. At 1/3, Buffalo layer. Right now, I'm not too scared of those torpedoes. But I am very curious to see what dropped all of them into the water.
Multiple contacts detected.
That's a sub. That's a sub. Are my torpedo launchers looking? Ready. Can I see the seeker cones, please? Wow, that thing has a minuscule search grid. Okay, not that big of a deal. It's just that there's a lot of them. So if I keep heading in my current direction, I should be fine. I'm not sure whatever happened to my Mark 48. But I'm kind of beginning to believe it's no longer there. Ah, there's the other guy. 7042. That's the wounded sub, I guess.
Hostile contacts.
They're going down to 1,000 feet.
Hostile contacts.
Might be approaching crush depth. This guy's down to 1,700 feet. He's dead. He still has propulsion, though, doing 10 knots southeast. I can probably catch him if I want to. As for range, we're talking about 18 to 19 miles, which is very much on the edge of our weapons range. Hold on a minute. Torpedo inbound. Is it really? Because sure enough, there's a lot of torpedoes, but I'm not sure if any of them are inbound. Okay. What is that? There's a lot of noisemakers there. I think that one torpedo might have decided to go after something else. Like my Mark 48 that was here probably went for something else instead. This thing is very loud. What is that? Virginia, that's the Kirov. Really? 18 miles out, though. That's a bit too far to really securely shoot him. Unless I want to dump a load of harpoons into him at this range. But that's kind of signing my death warrant. Let's go deep again. We're going deep. We're going ahead full. Yes, yes, don't worry about it. Multiple hostile contacts is basically a submarine for... It's a target-rich environment. Ahead flank. Let's try to rush in and catch up to them. And keep outside of the seeker cones of these UGMT-1s. Sorry, UMGT-1s. They really dumped all of their ASW right into the water. Right next to Severomorsk. Unfortunately, the only kill I have gotten so far is that Yankee. I still have effectively too many torpedoes left. I should be going after more targets. Yeah, they're all just searching. Not really finding anything, unless they happen to get really lucky. Repositioning complete. Well, I had 1/3. Above the layer. Let's pop up and listen. Maybe we can still get the jump on that Kirov. Jesus, are you that close? That would make my life very interesting. That thing's 10 miles out. The other one's still limping away. Not that big of a deal. Come on, crest that layer. Hello, boys. Ooh, it's busy here. It's real busy. So much so that I'm going to have to pick and choose what I want to launch at. I definitely want to get that Kirov, so let's give it a minute and get that Kirov identified. I don't like this target getting so close. Not one bit. These two submarines also don't strike me as particularly friendly. And they're going to have to make launching very, very difficult like that. I can dump 4 torps into the water and escape northwest. And that way hopefully get away from my last known launch location. Hello, boys. There's the Kirov, 12 miles out. He's going to get 2 torps. Sovremeni's going to get 1, and this guy's going to get 1. That's what we're doing. Single shot. 1. Salvo with 2 for the Kirov. Single shot. What's Sovremeni? That's what we're doing. Tubes opening. 1. 2. I don't care about these torpedoes anymore. I just need them to get out of the sub and start tracking their own targets. And 4. Okay. Now we're going to go very deep again. You can bet your ass that they'll start populating this whole area with torpedoes very soon. Great. He's 9 miles out. This guy is only... what, 6 miles out? 5 miles out, actually. Less than 5. Okay, we're going deep. He is speeding up to 16 knots, which could be useful. I first want to get below that layer at 392. And then we're going to increase speed and reload the torpedo launchers. I still have 9 torps. I really hope this torpedo can catch this ship. Because that's a Krivac with its... and oh god. Oh no. Houston, we have a problem. An extremely serious one. Pop a noisemaker. Change course. Give me direct control of the ship. Boat. Turn! This is not gonna get... Oh. We're hit. Propulsion is knocked out. Damage control. Moderate damage to the stern. Propulsion's out. We are flooding. Oh boy. And that's probably not the only torpedo that they're gonna send this way. I was way too close when launching those weapons. I might still be able to get the Kirov, but I'm not sure if it's going to come at the expense of my boat. I'm slightly flooded now. And without propulsion, it seems that the sub is... well, moderate flooding. I might be dead here. I might be dead here. Come on. Oh, at least we got depth control. Please control that flooding. Flooding is heavy. I don't think we're going to survive this one. Emergency surface. Yeah, that sounds like a fantastic idea. Let's not do that, shall we? Oh no. That's in a short way to get killed. If not captured. I mean, if they really wanted to, they could. And there's the Kirov. Big guy. Sovremeni. I don't know what that is, but our torpedo has not caught up with it. Oh! There you go. RBUs. I forgot about those. You can use those against torpedoes as much as anything else. Oh, hello! Might you have anything to do with any sort of, I don't know, torpedo dropping? No, actually. You dropped the AT-2. Okay. So Houston did the emergency surface. Now we have heavy flooding. And the boat seems to not really be responding to controls anymore. We're going to do an emergency surface again. That's impressive. I thought they could only do that once. Oh, hold on. Is my submarine now going to go into the death animation? Boop. I'm surprised. There we go. I'm surprised I'm not getting completely shot to shit yet. But not for lack of trying, probably. Yeah, I think my sub's now in the death animation. The Kirov's trying to turn around. I wonder if we can still get the Kirov. While my boat... Oh, God. That's RBUs. They're trying to stop the torpedoes, I think. Or they're trying to kill me. Yep, they're definitely trying to kill me. That's an SSN-14. And that is now a dropped torpedo. I wonder if we'll get the Kirov before we die. But considering the state of my boat, it's not looking that pretty. Kirov's running away. No, actually, not really. That AT-2 is going the wrong way. This guy's just drifting. Oh, sea power. What are you doing? Gotta love an alpha title. If you can't laugh at this shit and just get frustrated, it's not for you. I hope that this is going to get fixed by the time that it gets to early access, though. I guess we have a very buoyant nose. Is that how we should put it? Oh, we're about to get our propulsion back online. Proudly flying the American flag. Good man. These torps. Well, there's hope yet, I guess. Damage control. We're still heavy flooding. We should be able to get propulsion back online. I mean, we got propulsion back online. We're actually... Okay, I think my boat's completely screwed. Can I still change course? No. Look at this Tupolev. Just going... God damn it. There's an American sub down there. Somewhere. And we can't catch him. No, you cannot. There's the aircraft. So, over the right wing. And... I don't know where my sub is. The hell? You should be right on top of me, right? There. There I am. That looks legit. Okay. Clown scenario at this point. There's another SSN-14. Oh no. Must you do that? We've been hit by 100mm rounds. Even the torpedoes are getting damaged at this point. Prioritize the torpedo launchers, please. You have got to be kidding. Even despite everything going on, we still have the capability of reloading torpedo launchers. If that's true, I'm sending my harpoons after them. Give me a salvo of 4 going for the Kirov. Range 13 miles. Is this even gonna work? Whee! Look at me, I'm a dolphin. Alright, missiles out. Target, keyed off. Intercepted. That was fast. And there's an SAN-7. Torpedo... No, sorry, harpoon intercepted. This is what I was kind of expecting to have happen to the harpoons. They're not going to make it out. Or make it through, rather. Look at that. There's a spread of 4 missiles coming from that Krivac 1. There's another, at least one SAN-7. But so far, they're all getting stopped. There. We got 1 surviving missile. Oh, that was an SAN-7 flying by. At least the Russians won't have their full complement of anti-air. Shall we put it that way? Considering the amount of missiles that they're putting in the air. You have got to be kidding. This thing is getting so close to the Kirov. There we go. Right. We're still trying to commit an emergency surface. The fact that they haven't killed me yet is just stupid at this point. We're hit. Yeah, go figure. Okay, I'm going to end it here. It was a fun scenario. It was an interesting scenario and actually more challenging than I'd expected. I thought, oh nice, we're going to just dump a couple of torpedoes and some passing warships. But I kind of put the sub slightly too far out of the engagement zone, which made the scenario a lot more challenging than it strictly needed to be. Hope you guys had a good laugh out of all the weird things happening with the Houston, and join me soon for another Sea Power scenario. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for more.